Welcome to my tutorial on making the cosmetics for an Alien Xenomorph Head. Making the mechanics is the first step, and I have that video linked below in the description. I primarily focus on my redesigned alien head, but sometimes I show my original alien head for comparison. There is no wrong way to be creative, so do whatever you want to decorate your costume. This video just shows some of the things that I did. A couple of things before we start. On this new alien head, I used foam clay to make lightweight teeth. Don't do this. The foam is fragile and I chipped a few of the teeth. Use thermoplastic beads to mold your teeth. The plastic is waterproof and very durable. Try to avoid latex. After a few years, you can see how these latex gloves are just deteriorating and falling apart. Use some shiny cloth material instead. During the mechanics build, I added foam clay to a vacuum tube to create the inner mouth, painted it, and then used the black material to hide the mechanics in the mouth as the mouth extends outwards. Use lightweight foam on the lower jaw and hot glue it into place, cutting out paths for the push-pull tubes and rods that move the lower lips. Glue your shiny black material to the inside of the lip wire, dull side out, so that when you fold the material over, the shiny side is out as you skin your alien jaw. This thin black see-through material will also be used later on the neck skirt so I can see through it. Here I use it to cover the foam of the lower jaw. Quick close-up of the airbrushed teeth and gums, and this material will later cover up the upper jaw and mechanics of the inner mouth. To skin the upper jaw, using a large sheet of high-density 2-inch foam, I took the mechanics of the alien head to determine the shapes I needed. I traced out 4 patterns and then used a hot knife to cut them out. You can also use a regular razor knife. On the original head, I permanently glued the 4 pieces together and then carved room for the mechanics, which was difficult with the glue. On this new alien head, it was much easier to hollow out each piece individually before permanently gluing them together. I used a little Elmer's glue to hold the 4 pieces together while I shaped the head. After shaping it, I then took it apart to carve up each of the 4 pieces individually. The 2 center pieces were simple to hollow out, while the 2 edge pieces you have to be careful not to go through the foam, leaving a good centimeter for strength. Remember, you will have to cut some of the foam from the outside too to allow for the various tubing and decorations that you'll add on the sides. I permanently glued all 4 pieces together using Liquid Nails Gray Fuse-It glue, and I used the same stuff to glue the T-nuts into the foam. The cosmetic shell is held to the mechanics using the 4 T-nuts and 4 thumb screws, 2 in the back and then 2 up front. Here's just a quick example of how the finished head slides onto the mechanics. I didn't get any pictures or video of putting the ridges on the new alien head, but using this original alien head as an example here, you can see how you just apply the foam clay and shape it how you wish. At first I was going to do another smooth and glossy alien head, but I'm so happy that I added ridges and hot glue for the veins because they really help hide imperfections. Using sheetrock spackle will help blend the foam clay ridges to the pink foam and protect the pink foam from melting when you use spray paint later. Water-based acrylic paint will also help protect the pink foam. Here's a recipe for acrylic paint thinner. It helps prevent the airbrush from clogging as fast when you paint with the airbrush. I airbrushed the shell using cheap black acrylic paint. Then I added more spackle. Sanded, spackled some more, sanded again, rinse and repeat over until I felt like it was ready. Then I used Plastic Dip in hopes that it will help protect the entire shell from accidental bumps. Now it's time to decorate. Most of my tubing came from home project stores, some of it was medical tubing, torn apart hand soap pumps, miscellaneous plastic bits and pieces, anything that I could find. Get creative, there are no 2 aliens alike. The large diameter tubing was from a wet dry vac with small tubing added to change its look. I then tapered the edges so that when you push down, it makes it look like the tube is going into the head. Decorate as you wish, there are unlimited options. I tried to keep each side similar. In reality, people only see one side of the alien head at a time, so you don't have to have 2 of everything if you don't want to. Having a heat gun or candle helps permanently bend the plastic to the shape that you require. Here's another look as it comes together. I cut apart a headphone jack connector and used the 3.5mm headphone jacks to add an extra tube going from the lower jaw and around the back of the neck. It probably would have been easier just to use Velcro to secure it to the lower jaw. I found some additional plastic things to add to the front neck skirt. Here's another look at before paint. Oh, and I taped and glued Q-tips together to make this part. Latex gloves for the cheek skin, but I replaced the latex with black nylon stockings. Looking under the back of the head to access the water bottle, the new Alien head has one large flap that velcros into place. My original Alien had two flaps, kind of like doors. I used a black marker to make veins, and then at the last second decided to use hot glue to make the veins pop out, and it worked awesome. I finished airbrushing it and used a clear gloss to create a waterproof and protective shell. Speaking of waterproof, I did put two small holes in the front lower jaw skin so that the drool, the water, can leak out instead of pooling up in the lower jaw. Here's the front neck skirt, and it's just velcroed into place in a number of spots. Likewise, the back neck skirt also velcroed into place. The skirts have velcro on the bottom, which attaches them to the shoulder piece. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe as more Alien videos will be coming.